evening everyone. My name is Aastha Sharma from CSE department at Akgec Engineering College. So my subject is Python programming and today I will talk about regarding the file handling used in Python. So here is the content I will discuss with you. File handling, what is the use of the reading files in Python programming, how we can write the files or how the interpreter of the Python can write or read the files, the understanding of the read function, what type of the read functions are there in Python programming, the read function, the use of the read function, what is the use of the read line function and the read lines. So there is a huge difference between the read function, read line and the read lines function. So understanding how the Python interpreter can write the function, write line functions is there. So let's talk about what is the file handling in Python. So basically file handling in Python, it allows the users to handle the multiple times, multiple read and write operation can perform. As you can learn in the operating system, multiple tasks is performed in operating system, same as the Python supports the file handling that allow the users to handle multiple files at a time, to read and write the files along handling with the help of the few operations was there or the few functions was there to read and write the operation. So this concept is very much easy and it is very short to understand in the Python program. So basically it deals with the differently types of the text and the binary, and it is very important to understand how the Python programming can read and write the operations. So each line of the code can include the sequence type of the characters and they can form the text file, right? So each line of the file, like for example, if you can put the any type of the statement, any type of the in the form of the string or the in the form of the numbers, whatever the characters you have put. So how the Python interpreter can read that type of the lines and the interpreter. So these type of the file is terminated with a special character that we called the EOL, which is the end of the line. Like end of the line we use the comma or the new line character. So it ends the current line and tells the interpreter a new one has begun. So file system in the file system in the Python is named as a location and on the disk to store the related information. So file is stored and it is also called as the non-volatile memory, right? So here are the few operations that performed in Python programming. So number one is open operation was there. Number two is read and write operation, how the Python interpreter can understand the read and write operations, right? And third one is the close operations, right? So let's talk about the open function in file handling. So open function in file handling, it is basically used to open the read or open the file, as you can mention, or relocate, as you can write it on the Python interpreter, read or write mode, right? So open function will return a file object. This is the main category, main functions of the open function that can return the file objects. So to return a file object, we can use the open function along with the two argument we need to pass it in the open function bracket, right? As you can see, here is the open function bracket. So in that open function bracket, you need to pass the two arguments, right? So the two argument is either you can put the file name as maybe the file name can be any type of .xyz. This is your file extension file name, right? So the file name mode, like you need to pass the mode of the open. So in which mode you need to open the mode. Either you can be write the read operation, either you can be write in the write operation, read or write, right? So these are the few modes was available. So you can put it in the open function, right? When you passing the two argument in file name and the mode, right? So the syntax of the open function is passing the two argument. The first one is the file name and second one is the mode, right? So if not passed the any type of the, if you don't write any type of the mode, so it automatically by default it assumed by the Python interpreter is read operation, right? By default it is set in the Python interpreter, sorry. Next, here are the few modes was available. Number one is the R modes. R mode is the open for file for the reading only, and the pointer can begin with the of the file system. That is the by default it is by default in the Python interpreter. Next one is the RB. RB is basically for the reading only in a binary format and it is placed at the beginning of the file, and this include the mode of the operation. Next is R plus. R plus operator is used mainly for the both operation. First it can read and write the operation and then placed at the beginning of the file. Next is RB plus. RB plus is the open for both. It is used for the both read and write in a binary format and placed at the beginning of the file. W is for the writing only, right? It can overwrite any type of the file existed, and if the file does not exist, then it creates a new file, right? Next one is the WB. WB is basically for what? Basically is for the writing only purposes in a binary format, and it can overwrite. If it is not exist in the file, then it can create the new file, right? Next one is the W plus. W plus is for open the file in both operation. First one is it can be used for the write, and then next it can be used in the reading. So it can overwrite the existing of the file. If the file of the exist does not exist, then it can create a same as the new file. Next is WB plus. WB plus is again is for the both writing and reading in a binary format, right? In a binary format, because W is for writing. Writing in what mode? Writing in a B for the binary format. So B plus is defined for the both operation, right? Two operation can perform at a time. It can be performed in a writing and the reading operation in a binary format, right? Next is A. A is for what? A is for the appending of the file. So this is the end of the file. If the file does not exist, for example, if does not exist, then it can append the mode. Append operation was performed, and if the file does not exist, it creates a new file for the writing purposes. Next is AB. AB is for what? AB is for the open the file for appending in a binary format, and the file operator, like the pointer can end of the file can exist in a append mode, right? Next is the A plus. A plus is for what? A plus for performing the two operation at a time, like both the appending and the reading operators, right? Next is AB plus. Open the file for the both appending and reading in a binary format, and if it is not end of the file exists, then it opens the new file and creates this for the reading and writing format, right? Now the file object attributes. So previously I have discussed about the file handling operation, the modes. The modes was present in Python programming language. So few modes was there, right? I have discussed about. Next is the file object attributes. So what is file object attributes? For example, if you open the file, then you have the one file object, so you can get the information related to the file. So here are the few attributes was present to performed in the Python interpreter. Number one is file.close. File.close means it returns the file if it is closed and false otherwise, right? Next, you can pass the attribute of the mode also. First one is closed, right? Next one is mode. Return the access the mode in which the file it will be opened. Either it can be opened in a reading format, either it can be opened in a writing format, right? Next one is third attribute of passing the object attributes in file handling in Python is the name, right? Return the name of the file, right? Let's see the few the examples of the Python, how the file handling is performed in Python interpreter. For example, if you need to open the file, so what you need to do for just generate any type of the variable in which the file is saved, right? So open the file, we just use the what function, open function, in which we need to pass the two argument. The number one was the file name. File name can be any type of with the help of the extension stored. So .txt format, the file is stored, and in which mode you need to open. So WB, which means writing in a binary format. You need to open the mode of the file is writing in a binary format, right? So with the help of the open function, you opened the file. Next one is print, right? What you need to what you want to print the file of the operator Python interpreter. Number one, either it can be the name of the file, either you want how it is closed, either you want it can how in which mode you need to open the file, right? Next, we use the close function to close the file. So here is the output. So if you use the print function in Python, the name of the file is all you need to just know the file of the name of the text, right? So the example was there. Next is file option. File function is used for in which purposes? To open the reading format mode, right? So the file open function we used. Here we write the file name and the mode of the, in which mode you need to open the file. This is the file name, right? Next one is the, next is the how you can print the, just used only the print function, right? Next, the close method. The close method of the file is used to unwritten the information and closes the file object, and which is the no more writing can be done. So the close method is used just to closing the whole file while using or implementing the any type of the code, right, in Python interpreter. So Python is automatically closes a file when the reference object of the assigned to the another file, right? And it is used for the good practice used in the Python interpreter. We use the close method to close the file. So here is the syntax of the close file, right? File object, what type of the object you defined? So file object dot close function. So the file was closed. Next is write. How you can write in the Python interpreter function. So it is used, basically is used in the file. We need to open it with the help of the W function, right? The write, and A is for the append function, right? Next is exclusive creation, which is used for the X mode. So there are the three modes we used in the write operation, right? Write functions, which is the W is for the write, A is for the append, and X is for the exclusive creation. Next, if you need to be careful very much about it while using the write modes, it is overwrite into the file if it is already existed. All the previous data can be erased, right? Writing the string or the sequence of the byte, it can be done with the help of the write method. So this type of the methods can return the number of the characters written of the file. So here is the example. So let's see, with the open function, what you need just to pass in the open function, the file name and the mode, in which mode you need to open that file. So .txt file was saved, and in which mode I need to write in open the file in a write format, right? With the help of the encoding numbers was there. So in the printing function, right, file dot write, what I need to write in a open text, I need to write my first name also, right? What type of the write? Next line is the file names also, and the next write, it contain the 3 lines. So every time the file write mode was run, it erased the previous one, right? It erased the previous one of the data and give you the output of the current data, right? So this program, it creates a new file that named as the .txt, and if it does not exist, then it overwrites the again and again of the output, right? Next is read operation. So read, what is the function is used in the Python? It is basically is used for the open the file in a reading mode. Next, various purposes, various methods are available in the Python. How we can use the read operation in file handling purposes. So we can use the read function. With the help of, in read function, we need just to define the size of the method, right? In this we need to define the size of the method. The size of the methods can be in the any terms of the data, right? If the size is not specified, for example, if you not specified any type of, so it reads and returns up the end of the file value, right? For example, let's see, for example, if we need to open the file, so all you need to just pass the file name and the mode, so pass it. Next is, if you need to read the line, any type of the line was present in .txt, any type of the text was present. For example, any text was present. So you need to f.read what value? You defined the 4. 4 is for what? The size of the method you need to define. So the first 4 data, right? Read the first 4 data. The 4 size, which means it can read the first 4 data. For example, you have, this is the cat, for example. So it reads the first 4 line of the data, right? Next, again, if f.read for, which means it can read the next 4 data. So because with the help of the overwriting the value in Python, it erases the previous data and go with the next upcoming data, right? And if you just put the f.read method, which means it can write all the data at the end of the file was present, right? And f.read, which means it can further read the next line, right? It goes to the next line and erase the previous one of the data, right? Next is the tell function and the seek function. So the seek function is used to define the change of the current file cursor by using with the help of the seek method, and the tell method returns the current current position of the file in the Python programming languages. For example, you just put f.tell method, which means it gives you the current position of the file. For example, 1 to 10 file number was there, so any type of the file position was there. For example, you are in the page number of 2, so it give you f.tell function, the output will give you the 2. Okay, understood. Then next was the seek method. Seek method can give you the bring the cursor to the initial position, so it can give you the file of the initial position of the file. Okay, next is print f.read function plus whole print, so it can read the entire file of the content was present in the entire file in the form of the text, right? Next is read method. So basically the read method is used for the reading the line by line by using the for loop we use, right? Read method. So for example, as you can see, the example here is for line, we use the for loop. So for line in f function, so this file function method can store in the line. So for line in f, then the print the line to the end of the file, so it can give you the end, it can give you the output, the whole content was present in the file, right? So this line is itself indicates the new line of the character, and moreover, if you put the print function at the end of the parameter, it can avoid to printing the new line of the file handling in the programming language, right? Alternative approach in the read method, first you can read the loop function was there for using, you can use the for loop to read the method, and alternative approach is read line method. So the read line method is read the individual line by line and goes to the new line, right? So if you just put the f.read line, it can give you the current line of the content, and next time if you write the f.read line, so it can remove the previous one of the data and give you the next few lines of the data in the Python programming, right? Next is read lines function. Read lines function, it is the function which is used for remaining the entire whole function. With the help of the method reading is the return empty value when the end of the file is reached. So the syntax is f.readline, which means file.readlines function. Readlines function can read the whole entire of the content was present in the file, right? How you can open the file with the help of the A. A is which mode? A is for the appending. So how you can read the file with the help of A. For example, you have the code, the open function, the file name and the mode of the file, right? If you need to open that file, so you just need write the open function, and if you want to write any type of the content, all you just need to write the f.read write function. So for example, you have given ABC, right? Here the example is see you soon. The next is f.close, the whole file was closed, right? So the output you are getting, it opened the file was open. With the help of appending, we need to write the next line, right? Whatever the content was present in that file, we need to write the next, right? So you write so it is written in this UC, then the whole program was closed, file was closed, the output was given. Next is open and read the file after the appending. So you can open the file with the help of read mode also, right? In this we can print the read functions, and the output was there, right? Next is write lines method. Write lines function method is used to insert the multiple string at a time, and the string of element is created with the help of by adding the next text line. So it is previously used in the above examples also. So the below line can be code, it is written and created with the help of any type of the text file, right? Next is example. Let's see the example how you can write the data in the text file, right? So all you just need to use the open function to open the file, and that open file can be stored in the file data type file variable, right? So the L is for whatever the text was written is there, right? You have written it. Then next, file dot write, you need to write that any type of the content, just use the write functions. And if you need to write the lines, whatever the lines you have given, you need to write that lines into that text file. So all you just need to read file dot write lines L, and the file dot close is for the closing the file, right? Next is how you can create a new file in a file handling in Python programming. All you just need to use the three parameters was there. Number one is X is used for the creating the file. Next, A is for the appending the file, and W is for the write. So these are the three parameters was present to create a new file in the Python programming languages. Next, let's see the next topic is manipulating the file pointer using the seek programming using the file operation methods. So earlier I have talked about the seek functions and the tell functions. So seek function is basically used for the to change the position of the file. Either it can be written in a read and write format, and it is particularly used to improve the more type of the specific location of the write and read operation position in the Python interpreter. And seek function is used to handle the file handle at a various specific position. It can written in the file and defines the references of the file, and it can return you the new absolute positive value, right? Let's see the seek function. Seek function in manipulating, right? In manipulating, we need to see it is used for the preserve the data or information the data, and this method is used to change the position of the file handle and give you the specific position with the help of the cursor, which can read and write the operations. Let's see the syntax of the seek function. So f dot, which means file dot seek. Seek is for offset. Number one parameter is offset. Number two parameter is from what, right? So the f was defined the file pointer, right? So the file pointer dot seek. Offset defines the number of the position to move forward, right? And from what is like it defines the number of the point of the references was present in the file handling, and with the help of the return value it returns the new absolute position of the file. So let's see the few selected from what is argument parameter was present in the Python. So if you just pass from what argument is 0. So 0, which means clearly defines the beginning of the file, right? For example, any type of the file dot seek, which means file dot seek, any type of the offset was present, comma, if you write the from what position, these three parameter you need to write 0, 1 and 2. 0 defines the beginning of the file, 1 defines the current of the file position, current file position, and 2 defines the end of the file position. These three parameters you need to write from what argument in seek functions, right? So by default, if you don't write any type of the from argument, from what argument, it by default set with the 0, which means the beginning of the file handle. Let's see the example was there. You have some type of the text was present like abc.text, and it contains some kind of text. So the text was there. So how you can implement it with the help of the seek method. So first you need just to open the file with the help of the file name and the mode you need to pass. For example, you just pass the current position of the with the help of the seek20, and all you just need to use the tell to find out the current position of the file. So with the help of the tell function, it can give you the current position, and for the seek function, it can give you the parameters or the references was present in the Python. Next, read line function, whatever the content was present in the file, it can read. With the help of the read line function, it can read the file, and file.close function, it can close the whole file system in the Python interpreter. Next is with the help of the seek with the negative offset. It can also implement it with the help of the negative offsets while the file is opened with the binary modes. For example, it is opened with the binary mode. So let's open the file with the help of the file name, and the mode was passed in the reading in a binary format. Next, if you implemented with the seek operation implemented in a negative numbers, negative integers, right? So it can give you the references to the 10th value. With the help of the tell function, it can give you the current position. With the help of the read line function, it can read the content was present in the file system, and with the help of the close, it can close the whole program, right? So this is the few The few parameters and the few functions was present in the file handling, the seek function, the tell function, it was there, and various mode is implemented in the Python programming language while doing the file handling system in Python interpreter. So thank you.